To add fizz of motivation to your day. I'll be there. 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. Be with me. Hey world, 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. is inspired by me and sponsored by the Kingdom College, preparing you for life. I'm Deepak here and my life is beautiful and I stay on top of the world because I work as worship. Finally, a criminal-headed mind man went to the father of the church and said, "Father, I want to change. I've decided to change." Father, the smile on his face, looks at this criminal-minded man and said, "So finally, my son, you have seen light. You got inspired by seeing the light. I'm so happy for you." Immediately, the criminal-minded man said, "No, Father. I didn't get inspired by seeing a light, but I'm feeling the heat, so I want to change." And this is so true. Most people in the world don't change because they got inspired by seeing some light, but they change because they're feeling the heat. And it is very, very strange that so many of us, even after we knowing that we need to make small corrections, small changes, or sometimes really major changes in our life to have a beautiful life, we don't do it. We continue with what we are going through or what we are doing till we start feeling the heat. Which category do we all fall into? Do we change? Because truth is, we all have been changing. Sometimes by choice, sometimes helplessly, but the truth is, if you look back into our lives, we all have changed in life at various stages in life. But what is important here is, were those changes inspired by seeing some light somewhere, or were those changes because we couldn't deal with the heat? We were feeling the heat too much. Whether it is your eating habit, whether it is your exercises, whether it is your relationship, whether it is your own happiness, whether it is your own successes and failures that you have gone through in life, and you realized that you're not able to deal with the heat of what you are going through right now. So helplessly we changed. Because when we make a choice to change, it's still painful. It's not easy to change. It's always painful to change. But when we make a choice to change, we go through that change with tremendous pride, joy and happiness, even if it is painful. But when we helplessly have no other choice but to go through a change, it's equally painful, but the pain multiplies because we don't want to go through it. We feel helpless, we feel dejected, we feel rejected, we feel why we have to go through this. We don't want to go through this, but we eventually go through this. Leaders change before the change becomes inevitable. When the change becomes inevitable, everybody will anyway change. That's not legendary, that's not leadership. Leaders change before the change becomes inevitable. If you still as a student have not brought changes in the way you study, you prepare for your examination, bring in that consistency, or you're still a same typical student, only when the heat of exams starts building up and then you start opening up your books and start preparing for exams, and helplessly, choicelessly, miserably, painfully go through the entire preparation, give your examination, and then eventually feel relieved. Or you have in that little category of those legendary students who practice this leadership principle, that they realize that this has to be done, then this has to be done, and they make a choice to study from the very first day of the college or the school and prepare themselves for examination and go through it with a lot of joy, a lot of pride, a lot of happiness, and at the end of the examination feel very fulfilled and not relieved. Same is as a businessman, same is as a housewife, same is as a lover in a relationship. Do you only give time to your loved ones? Do you only talk properly to your loved ones? Only when there is heat, when there is pressure, when there is disturbance, or from the very beginning you realize, I have to change because I am not very good in few things. Let me make those changes and those corrections. And you lead the relationship as a leader and not stay as a consequence receiver of all the pain and misery. So what is going to inspire you? Or what is going to make you change? You're getting inspired by seeing some light somewhere and make a correction and change yourself and become a better human being than what you are. Or because you have no choice left, you are absolutely helpless and you're feeling the heat of the pressure, heat of that experience, or heat of that aspect of your life, and now you have to helplessly change. It will be sad, it will be painful, and not one time pain, it will be multiplied pain, because not only you have to go through a physical pressure, you also have to go through mental, emotional churning pressure, too much to deal with. Leaders change before the change becomes inevitable. And fact of the matter is, all of us, heart of the heart, we all know where we need to change. Where world wants you to change, I have never asked you to do that, and I will never ask you to do that. But heart of the heart, we each one of us know there are few aspects of our life where we need to change, whether it is our sleeping habits or eating habits or working out habits or studying habits or preparing habits or working habits or any kind of habits or any kind of things which we are doing. Maybe a change in the attitude, maybe change in the skill set, maybe change in the knowledge base, maybe change in the behavior, maybe change in the way you communicate. I don't know where, but heart of the heart, we all know we need to change and life will become better, and we don't have to go through repetitive issues in our life. We all know it. We all have clarity on it. It's just that right now you're not feeling the heat. The day you will feel, you'll anyway change. Why to wait for that moment? Leaders change before the change becomes inevitable. Let's make this promise to ourselves today and start from today. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start from today. Whatever small change you think is required, get inspired by seeing the light, than to feel the heat and then change. And if you definitely love what I speak every morning, don't forget to share it, like it, and subscribe it. It's good for all of us. It will help so many more people, and you can be that bridge. The way I bridge between you and wisdom of life, motivation in life, you can be that medium for somebody else. What I do for you, you do for somebody else. Let's begin with this belief. It's possible to change by seeing and inspired by seeing the light, and not to wait till to feel the heat. I believe it's possible. Here we go. I believe I can. I believe I am. I believe I can. So guys, go, set and grow. The Josh होने के बाद ट्रैवल
First is like teaser banana sir, 15 minutes. Like I made it for purpose of like it should be so purpose of like teaser banana 40 seconds or 50 seconds. It was too dynamic.
कब था?
Maybe
birthday.
towards
Proposal है मेरा birthday last year, no?
yes sir. It was
purpose of life how to score
how to score के इसमें evening में था.
January
हाँ
sir. January 4th it was.
Okay.
After how to score. Then after that, after it was done, we released part 1, part 2. Then we did one teaser, small teaser. So it should be something like that dynamic, exciting. Moment you see, you should be like, what is happening? There, a teaser bana hai. In between, you will come and 5-10 seconds, you will say, I am launching something very exciting for all of you. Please tune in at this time. You fix up a time. That time we will go there.
Tomorrow 9 o'clock.
Tomorrow 9.
दोनों काम करेंगे. ठीक है. Let me just think how to do this. फिर कर देते हैं आज.
I need 1 day for marketing. Query for us.
ठीक है. आज ही करते हैं. देखता हूँ मैं. जिसमें से बात करें. ठीक है.